So if you're a vintage girly like me, you might be looking for your next vintage knit or your first ever one, and I've got a really good suggestion. It's called the Moan Cardigan by Engineering Knit, and it is so beautiful. As you can see, it looks really lovely. It's a really good project if you want to get rid of scrap yarn, because as you can see, it uses a main colour and then different colours as the contrast. And it's also really good if you want to get into vintage knitting but don't know about how to size up, or you want to work on a vintage pattern which isn't as tiny as normal vintage patterns because it's on 3.75 millimeter needles, or if you use the yarn that I use, 4.5 millimeter needles. So this is what it looks like in real life. I went with a dark grey, light grey and white in the Yarn Smiths Merino, which is so soft and squishy, and it's constructed from bottom up with the first part worked all together as one big piece, and then you separate for the sleeves and the back and the front, and the sleeves are worked separately. And I just think it's such a good knit if you're wanting to get into the vintage knitting but don't know what to do, because as somebody who has experience with trying to grade up vintage patterns, this is just so much easier. And also she has made an hour-long video where even if you've got 10 years experience of knitting like me, 9 years experience, it's still helpful, because I couldn't work out for the life of me how to gauge swatch this. So I highly recommend, and I'm sure if you reach out and you've got any problems, she will be there to help.